Yes, team, how's it going? This is FPL Insight, and I'm Gianni Buttice, and I'm by myself, aren't I? I am by myself. Yes, guys, you've got me for the next 45 minutes. Dean Jones, our regular co-presenter, co-guest, is loving it up in Chicago, and I'm left on my lonesome. You may have seen the last few streams, which included the likes of Becky Ives, of Kelly Summers, of Jules Breach. So we've loved having our guests in. But this evening, you've got me for what is going to be a proper fun episode as we look forward to what is a really important game week. Like, this is juicy. We are now in the part of the season, which, like, it's cliche to say it, isn't it? Like, business end of the season, but we really are there. Stephen, good evening to you as well, mate. Nice to see you in the chat. Steve as well, first time live. Looking forward to this. Good stuff, Steve. So you've watched before on catch up, I'm hoping. Look, we love having people live because you can interact and ask questions. And look, guys, because I don't have a presenter with me today, co-presenter, I obviously am relying on you guys for the chat, right? I'll be answering as many questions as I can. And I want you, hopefully, acting as that co-presenter with me, right? So we're going to be really interactive tonight. And we've got quite a few fun bits lined up, including my Against the Obvious, including my team reveal, a few other juicy bits as well. But first, I want to just touch on a couple of the headlines from the week just gone, and we've got to start at Arsenal. Who saw that coming? I tell you who did. Jules Breach. She told us off air that she thought Palace would get something. Selhurst Park, under the lights, atmosphere, scoring goals for fun. And yeah, they did a job on them, didn't they? What are we thinking? Where does that leave us for FPL now with Arsenal defence? Let me know in the chat. Like, who is going to be playing left back? Because Tierney's out for the season. That is absolutely huge because Tavares came on, and I don't know if Arteta can trust Tavares. So who do you play at left back? You either play Granit Xhaka at left back. He has done it before. You play Cedric at left back, but then you need Tomiyasu to be fit at right back, and I don't think he's ready yet. Or you play Ben White right back and put Cedric left back. And if you do that, you've got to play holding centre back. And the other option is you play Saka left back. I can't see it. He is so valuable in the wide forward areas. I think we're going to potentially see Cedric left back, and we could therefore see Ben White right back and holding centre back. It's going to be an interesting one to see. But in FPL, in terms of your Arsenal clean sheets, your Ramsdale clean sheets, I'm not so sure. I want to go there. So, guys, let me know what you think. But in the chat, I want to play a little game with you this evening. So, firstly, thank you for watching, but give us a like. And if you can, subscribe to the channel. Juala, good to see you as well, dude. But first, I want to ask what country you're in. Really keen to know where people are watching from. Javed is with us. Good stuff, Javed. So if you could put in the chat the country you are in, that's going to give me a little perspective as to where we're broadcasting to this evening. I'm guessing there's going to be a couple of people in Asia. There's going to be a couple of people in the Americas. There's going to be a few around Europe. There's going to be a few in Africa. So I'm keen to see that. So let me know what country you're in. We'll flash up our favourites on screen as well. I think Varon might be in India. Varon, good stuff. I knew you were in Mumbai. Varon follows me on Instagram. It's 12 at night. Yeah, fair. Carl's with us in England or in the UK. Gaza in Egypt. Nice. Egypt not made it to the World Cup. Gutted about that. Ritam in India. Good stuff. Javed. Gianni, you remember this flag? What flag is it? Is that Trinidad and Tobago? Is that Trinidad and Tobago? I think it might be. Sweden, good stuff. Michael. Oh, we got Indonesia. Desara's with us. Sigurd said no. What? It's not Trinidad and Tobago. The red with the... I don't know. I don't know, Javed. You're going to have to let me know where you are. Greece is represented. London is represented. Carl in the UK is London. Nice. Okay. Loved your stream with Andy last year. Good. So Joala watches me on Fantasy Football Scout. So last year I was with Andy doing my weekly team reveals. And this year I'm doing weekly team reveals with Az. And it has been a fun journey. Unfortunately, mate, my rank's all right. Because when you're doing those weekly team reveals and your rank's terrible, oh dear. Last season with Andy, I had my big fat score on screen all season. And it got to the point in the season where he went, you still want to do these? Because like your ranks on screen and it's like 300k. You sure you want to do them? And I was like, of course we'll do them, mate. I said I'd be here till game week 38. So thank goodness I'm having a good season this year. Look, before we get on to our first feature, let's just start with a question from Joala. So Joala is asking about Coutinho replacements. What are we thinking, team? Coutinho replacements, who would you go for? And look, is Coutinho even a definite sell? I think he probably is, right? We look at Coutinho and think, Villa haven't got much to play for. The fixtures aren't great. They don't have the doubles. And look, I think you sell your Villa assets. And look, he's expensive. So if you sell Coutinho, you can shop at, look, if you sell Coutinho, you can't shop at Waitrose or M&S. And for those in the UK, they'll know what I mean here. And some overseas will. But you don't have to go shopping at, Aldi or Lidl either. You can probably go shopping at Sainsbury's. So with that in mind, your mid-price midfielders, let's have a look. I just want to double check what Coutinho is actually worth. So he's 7.3. If you've got a little bit of extra money, you can upgrade him to Kai Havertz. I like that move a lot. If you want to go down, you can go Maddison. And look, if you don't have chips left, then Leicester midfielders are definitely someone to target. Because if you've got your free hits or whatever, or your wild card, you can wait on Leicester and go there with your doubles, your free hits. But look, Leicester have got more fixtures than anyone else. So Leicester, I think, have got 10 games left. No one else has got 10. So Leicester have got 3 double game weeks. They double in 33, 36, and 37. I like that so much. So especially if you don't have chips, Maddison would be my pick. And by the way, guys, Maddison starts tonight. And it's a big cup game tonight against PSV. Christos has asked Kulu, Maddison, or Zaha. Personally, out of all those 3, especially for value, because he's the cheapest, I would be going Kulusevski, guys. Like, if you don't have a third Spurs asset, now's the time to get it. And I'm guessing if you're thinking of Kulu, you probably got Kane already and maybe Doherty, or maybe you've got Son. But look, at this moment in time, they're scoring more goals than anywhere else. They've got fixtures. They've got so much to play for. Go Kulusevski. Go triple Spurs. Doesn't matter what 3 at the moment. Just go triple Spurs. Look, guys. First up, we've got one of my favorite features. Now, look, it's going to be slightly different this week. Usually our streams, and regular viewers will know, every Monday, every Friday at 7 p.m. we do these streams. Well, this week we're doing Thursday. Why? Because it's a Friday deadline. So we've moved forward 24 hours. But in it, we look forward to some of our favorite team selections. And Dean does his 11s, his predicted 11s. Now, he's very, very accurate. But let's see if I can be just as accurate in Pep Roulette. Here we go. Right. Look, we had to start with Man City, didn't we? So rather than go through 3 of our favourite teams, we're just going to preview Man City and Liverpool, okay? So how do we see City lining up this week? Well, I actually didn't struggle too much making this. Now, look, am I confident I get 11 out of 11? Probably not. Like, no one ever does with Man City. Pep always does something. It was Foden left out in the Champions League that we didn't expect the other night. But if I get 10 here, I'll be a very happy FPL manager. If I get 9, I think I've done all right. Anything less than that is a bit meh. So what do we think? Do you think I've nailed this? Do you think I should be making changes to this? Cancelo, I think, of course, will be left back and Walker right back. But look, that's minor. Little bit of cosmetics there. Who cares about that? So that's my back 4, right? KDB, I think, will be right centre mid. Bernardo, left centre mid. Again, doesn't matter. Cosmetics. In fact, it's actually flip-flop. So, yeah, Mahrez and Grealish, the wrong way around. So it's all sort of mirror image. So all the other way around, that's fine. But this is what I'm thinking. I think we saw in the week Foden come on, make a difference. I don't think Pep's going to do that again. He's not going to leave his number 9 out. So Foden, I think, is pretty secure. De Bruyne is secure. Bernardo is secure. Rodrigo, the back 4 picks itself because Walker was suspended in the Champions League. But Grealish and Mahrez, And these are the most difficult positions to pick at Man City. And this is why we don't invest in Man City midfielders other than KDB and other than Foden. Because Grealish, Mahrez, Jesus, Sterling, we can't always predict who's going to play. But my thinking is Grealish and Mahrez, they're ready to play. I think in the week we saw Sterling, and we saw Sterling at the weekend. Didn't play well in the week, so I think Grealish comes in, and I just fancy Mahrez in this fixture. Varon says he doesn't think Grealish starts against Liverpool. Varon, come on. Who are you going with? You're thinking it'll be Sterling then, I guess. You think Ake plays Christos? Look, Ake has played their last 2 games. He played in the Premier League, and he played against Burnley. He played in the Premier League, and he played in the week. But he only played in the week because Walker was suspended. Now, Ake, you're right. Ake tends to play at fullback when they need that extra aerial presence. I don't think Liverpool are going to hit you with too many aerials other than set pieces where they're very strong with Van Dijk and Matip or Konate. I think we're all right for those fullbacks. I think City are playing to win. City are the home team. I think they want both attacking fullbacks. But look, let's see. Maybe you're right with Ake. Desira thinks Grealish will play false 9. So Desira, come on, Desira. You don't think Foden's going to be dropped, do you? Foden only plays number 9 in this team at the moment. So if you're saying Grealish number 9, that probably, it could be Foden wide left, to be fair. Yeah, Michael, he was poor in the week, Sterling. He came off at 60. He was part of the substitutions that brought Foden on. Made a difference. Wasn't very good. So interesting take. John. Yes, John was with us with our Jules Breach episode earlier in the week. Pep could put KDB up top again. Gundo midfield, Foden left. That's fair. So John, I like your thinking here, John. Pep does this in big games. He usually does it in Europe. Where he goes Gundo, Bilva, and KDB, and one of them plays 9. That's exactly how he started the other day. They didn't look too good. Look, it was hard. They played a 5-5-0 formation in Atletico Madrid. But I don't think he goes there again. I think he's going to be a bit more attacking and go with Foden. But yeah, let's see. Sterling plays versus Trent. Yeah, Mohamed, that's a fair point. You know what? One thing I didn't consider too much with these 11s, and look, this is why I'm a novice and Dean's not. I didn't look at the matchups. I didn't go, you want Sterling versus Trent. I think Grealish versus Trent still has some joy, but yeah, not quite the pace. They need pace to stop Robbo and Trent on the wing. So I think Sterling. Yeah, it's a fair point, Baron. It's a fair point. It'll be 3 starts in a row for Sterling, though, which he doesn't get too often in the last few months. Let's see. It's going to be an interesting one. I think we'll go have this last question from Gazar, and then we'll move on to Liverpool. So I think Grealish out, Gundo in, Foden left, KDB for fair play, Gazar. That's actually what one of our previous comments said a couple of minutes ago. So if it isn't this team, I do think you could be right. I do think we could see Gundo coming in. So effectively, it's Gundo coming in for Mahrez, isn't it? Or it's Gundo coming in for Grealish. Let's have a look at our Liverpool 11. I think you guys are going to agree with me on this, mainly. There will be a few that perhaps think Bobby Firmino plays 9. There will be a few that says Jota plays 9, Mane plays left. But I think you'll be with me on the rest of the positions. So let's have a look. Goalkeeper, we don't need to go there. The back 4, it's a simple question here. Is it Matip or is it Konate? I think it's Matip. I'm pretty confident it's Matip. He didn't play in the week. Konate played well and scored. He was actually at fault, though, for the Benfica goal, I think he was, from memory. So I think Matip comes in, and Matip has had a few injuries. And I think Klopp is conscious of that. He is absolutely in Liverpool's first choice 11. So there's our back 11, our back 4. Midfield, Hendo again didn't start in the week. I think he comes in for Keita. That makes them a little bit more solid with Hendo instead of Keita. And look, Fabinho and Thiago, guys, they pick themselves. We're not, I don't think, going to see a rogue pick in the middle of the park. I don't think we're going to go there. But let's have a look at the front 3 as well. And then we'll bring up some comments. And then we'll have a look at some fixtures and do some more questions. So look, the front 3, this is the money question, isn't it? Salah is absolutely safe. I will eat my hat if Salah doesn't play on the right of that front 3. But then we have 2 positions for 4 players. I think this is a Mane game. Does Mane play wide left and Jota play 9? Or Firmino? Or does he go with Mane number 9? Because Mane has been doing so well number 9. And you know what, guys? In the week against Benfica, Mane and Diaz linked really well. Diaz was man of the match. And if I'd done this 11 before the Benfica game, I would have Jota in. Watching Diaz against Benfica, I don't think you can drop him. I think he's that little bit X factor, that little bit Man City don't know too well. These Man City defenders haven't played against Diaz much. They have played against Mane. They have played against Firmino. They have played against Jota. They know what they're getting. Diaz is that wild card. And for that reason, I think Diaz starts. And I think we'll see Mane down the middle again. So this is my Liverpool 11. What do you guys think to it? Yeah, I'm not sure, Abra. Keita coming in for Hendo. I don't think so. Keita did play in the week and he did look good. I still think in this fixture's a Hendo fixture. It just feels like you go a little bit more solid, a little bit more safe. You go for his leadership. I think this will be a Henderson fixture. And if it is, you're not dropping Fabinho or Thiago, so it has to be Keita. Yeah, sure, that midfield becomes a little bit less dynamic, but I think they want to be tight. They're playing the best team in Europe in Man City, arguably. So I think Liverpool have to be fairly tight. Christoph says, Jota, Diaz, the rest are spot on. Okay, Christoph, let me know. So do you think Jota, if he does come in, will he play number 9 and Mane left, which is obviously where you'd expect? Or recently, we actually did see Jota left and Mane down the middle still. Hard one, that. And again, we can look at our matchups. Firmino would play 9. Diaz plays the 90. Yeah, he did Desire. But he didn't start in the Premier League last time round. So he's fresh enough to play twice in 4 days. Like, so did Trent and Robbo. They played 90. They're going to play 90 this week, right? I think like you're right to think about like rotation of attacking players. But these guys are fit enough. Arguably, you can't play Bobby Firmino twice a week, every week. The rest of them you can. I think you pick your best team against this opposition. Is Harvey Elliott fit? Good question. If he is, he won't be considered, I don't think. I think Klopp would go Curtis Jones over Harvey Elliott in this fixture. That Harvey Elliott, again, is a little bit of a wild card, but for the time being, I think he's still more of a cup player. I don't think he'll be starting too many in the Premier League with this run in. He's not flagged on FPL. So presumably is. Jota got rested maybe for this fixture. Possibly, although again, you played the team that played Benfica was the team Klopp thought would be best managed to play Benfica away from home. Jota's Portuguese. He'd have loved to start it against Benfica, but he went with this front three of Diaz, Mane and Salah, and they played so well. I think those on three have become a little bit undroppable. Okay, good stuff. Tobias says Jota got rested maybe for this fixture. Okay, same comment. Yeah. Let's have a look. We've got some fixtures. Game week 32 team. So Friday night deadline. What do we think to Friday night deadlines? Not a fan myself. Like, I'm going to be stressing all day tomorrow. And look, we'll get to my team in the next couple of minutes, so stay tuned for that. But Friday night deadline's a bit of a mare fixture, but it does mean your team's got to be locked 90 minutes before that. Saturday, it's all happening. Tasty. And then look, Sunday, we've got 3 games at 2 p.m. And then, of course, we got Man City, Liverpool. Flappy! Hello, mate. Guys, Flapjack is presenter of FPL Surgery Pod. If you haven't listened to FPL Surgery, give it a go. I think they reached something like 1 million. I don't know what it was. They reached 1 million of something the other day. I think it was like 1 million listen hours or something since the pod's been going. Pretty cool. That Flapjack is a very big Pookie fan. He's saying, is Pookie essential? Come on, Flappy. Surely not. What's interesting is surely Norwich start to have some free swings. They know they're down. They've got some nice fixtures at Carrow Road. Are they just going to have a little bit of fun? I don't think so. I don't think they're good enough to have fun in this league, quite clearly, which is why they're bottom. So, no, I wouldn't be going Pookie, even with a double in the not too distant. Pookie's a swerve. But Weghorst does play Pookie in that fixture. And there are so many Weghorst owners out there because of the double. So Weghorst owners, what are you doing? Are you playing him? Because this week, there's so many fixtures where you've got a very strong 11 out. And it's like, okay, who are you benching? And we'll get to my squad in a minute. And I definitely have that dilemma. We'll have some questions now, guys, on these fixtures. And then we'll check out my team. And then we've got Against the Obvious. I've got a treat for you in Against the Obvious. Stay tuned for that. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do give us a subscribe. We want to reach 1,000 before the end of the season. You can help us get there tonight. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. Is KDB essential for the run-in? Strong. I think KDB is playing as well as anyone. But I also think KDB is at a price point which most FPL managers cannot reach. And if you could go for that luxury, would you go KDB or Son? At the moment, I'd save a little bit of money. I think Son is a little bit less. And I think I'd go Son over KDB. But I do want to cover Man City attack because their fixtures are so nice. Like the Man City fixtures, I know this week is Liverpool, but I still think they score goals in that. And then it turns really nice. Like it's Brighton and then in Watford, Leeds, and then they're going to have a double. I think you go Foden instead of KDB and save the cash. Unless you're on your free hits. Your free hits are to have a free swing, have a little bit of fun, go for some differential players. And when you free hit, if you're free hitting in the 36-37 week or weeks, when Man City double, we don't know if their double will be in 37 or 36. I think at the moment, it's more likely to be 37 than 36. For that to happen, we need West Ham to beat Lyon over 2 legs. And of course, they play this evening, I think 40 minutes time. So when they double, we could see a Man City double in game week 37 of West Ham and Wolves. And if we see that, that's a free hit week and that's a KDB week. A couple more questions before we check out my team. Abra, right. Drop all Chelsea players considering the ownership turmoil. That hasn't affected them too much. That narrative can happen, right? They've lost the last 2 games and now the narrative around the ownership. Last month, they've been winning every game. The ownership was in turmoil then. But let's see your question. Fair. I'm going to give you the chance here. Starting to catch up on them now. I can past couple of results extremely poor. I don't think that had anything to do with the ownership, mate. Not going to lie. I think the tactics were wrong. I think the players were complacent against Brentford. Guys, Chelsea have conceded 7 goals in the last 4 days. 5 days. At Stamford Bridge, I might add. They were poor against Brentford. And guys, interesting stat. Brentford had a higher XG than Chelsea at every single point in that football match. At no point did Chelsea have a higher XG than Brentford at any point in that 90. Crazy at Stamford Bridge. So Brentford deserved it. Real Madrid, game of 2 halves. Chelsea could have easily equalised, made it 3-3. So many opportunities in that second half. I think it was 16 attempts to 1. But the first half was abysmal. It's going to be interesting to see where they go from here. Chelsea have to bounce back, and I actually think we're looking at the fixtures now. Southampton-Chelsea is a massive fixture. And guys, the last 8 times Chelsea have visited St Mary's, the last 8 times, 2 of them I think were cup games, 6 of them saw a Chelsea win, and 2 of them were draws. Southampton haven't beaten Chelsea at St Mary's in the last 8. It depends. Some managers like those sorts of stats. Some of them couldn't give a monkeys. But I personally think Chelsea bounce back and we see a reaction. And I also think top 4's not wrapped up. Tuchel's got to go full strength. I think Havertz starts despite all the fixtures he's played of late. I think he started the last 5. I think he's played 90 in the last 5 Premier League games. 4 goals in that time. I think Reece James is to start. It's going to be strong. It's going to be a strong 11. Last question, I think, from Carl, and then we shall move to my team. Carl, Weghorst and Watkins are strikers on FPL. Who would you move to? I genuinely would hold Weghorst. Honestly, like, I'd hold him. Burnley double against West Ham and Southampton. That's not too bad, is it? In 33, and it's Norwich before that. Then it's Wolves, Watford, Villa, and another double. I think you probably hold Weghorst. I really do. I'm probably free hitting in 33. I don't know. I'm on the fence. But if I do, I'll probably lose him. But at the same time, I kind of want him there for the Watford fixture in 35, for the double in 37. I think you keep Weghorst. Watkins, I think I move, though. Watkins, I think I move out. Just like I said earlier with Coutinho. Who do you move Watkins to? You target the doubles, right? So you have a punt. You know, you could go to an Iheanacho. You could go to a Wood. Newcastle have a nice double. Or you'd really downgrade. And at this point, look, depending, Carl, have you got your bench boost? Because if you don't have your bench boost, you turn one of those forwards, probably Watkins, into a Gelhardt at 4.5, and you reinvest that money, and Gelhardt becomes your 3rd sub. You don't need 3 subs anymore, guys. You don't need 3 good subs anymore. Get some more money into your 11. If you've got your bench boost, of course you do. Guys, I think we'll move on now to have a look at what is my team reveal. Oh, we miss him, don't we? We miss the big DJ. Dean Jones, guys. You saw his face there. Dean's going to be back on Monday. because we do these streams every Monday at 7 and every Friday at 7. Today's a little bit different. We're doing a Thursday stream. Why? Well, there's a Friday deadline. We don't want to interfere with that. We know you guys have got your routines for deadlines. So here we are, 24 hours before. But look, this is my team reveal. You can see my overall rank there. I'm on a little red arrow, 14,680, doing all right with 2 free hits. My target, like always, is top 10k. I think I've got a good chance of getting there. Will I get there? I don't know. It's so competitive. But with 2 free hits, I've got a good chance, right? So at the moment, I've got Trent in my 11. That could become Weghorst. This is my big dilemma, guys. I just want you to put one word in the chat. Weghorst or Trent. And I want to tot up the totals. And our producer can probably let me know what's more favourable. But guys, let me know. Do I play Weghorst versus Norwich or Trent versus City? But look, let's look at some of the other players. Ramsdale in goal, of course. I love that back line. I think Doherty's so good. Like, that's why if I'm benching a defender, it has to be Trent with a heavy heart. Reece James, I expect to start. And then the midfield. Havertz, it's your time again. You were unlucky last time out. So unlucky with a disallowed goal and missing one-on-one. Kulusevski, I really like. Salah, I've got the armband there. It's probably not going to be on Salah, is it? It's going to be Captain Kane. Saka, I'm not trusting Arsenal at the moment, though. It's difficult, isn't it? I'm going to keep Saka, of course, Sam. He's brilliant value. Currently 5-2 on Trent, guys. Yeah, so Saka stays, I think. And Rafinha against Watford's a lovely fixture. And Kane. Triple Spurs is so key. Triple Spurs saved my bacon last week. And Triple Spurs saved a lot of your bacons last week, I'm sure. 6-3 to Trent. Come on, the Weghorst gang. Come on, the Weghorst gang. Look, give me your honest opinion. If you think Trent's the one, go for Trent. My take on it, right, is Kane is... Sorry, not Kane. I'm going to get to a question in a sec, Abra. Trent's not keeping a clean sheet. He's just not keeping a clean sheet. Man City are scoring against Liverpool at home. Man City score goals at the Etihad. 8-4 Trent. So I need an attacking return, or it's a Trent blank. Am I going to get an attacking return from Trent? Possibly, of course, possibly. But I don't think City concede many either. I could see City winning that football match 1 or 2-0. I think Trent's got quite a poor record again. Do you know what? I am completely 50-50. Yeah, Jules did say, guys. Jules was on the stream. Jules Breach, former host of the FPL show. You guys know her from BT Sport, from CBS if you're watching in the States. Jules Breach said Trent all day long. She was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Weghorst, his expected goal involvement is something like ranked number 29 of all forwards in the last game week, despite having a double. It was easy. It's absolutely shocking. But surely Weghorst versus Burnley's a good one. Look, is there anyone else? Throw out some names. Is there anyone else I should be benching? Should I be benching Saka? I can't bench my Spurs, guys. Guys, let's move on to Harry Kane. Abra, he says Kane to flop. Abra, get out. Come on. Don't get out. Stay. We enjoy you in the chat. But come on. Harry Kane was man of the match at the weekend. And yeah, sure, he assists the assister a lot, but you don't get recognised in FPL. My good friend Julian Loren, who I did a podcast with this morning, you'll know him from ESPN. He was like, check out the name drops, by the way, Jules, Julian. But look, he was like, look, Kane deserves more points for assisting the assister. FPL needs to change the rules. Assisting the assist deserves something. And years gone by, we've always moaned about KDB assisting the assister. Well, at the moment, it's Harry Kane. But look, that won't last for long. He will get lots of assists, but he will also get goals. And sure, he's a bit deeper, but he's still getting into the box. He's still on penalties. He's still a threat at set pieces. Yeah, maybe he is, Mohamed. Abra, come on, let us know. Are you an Arsenal fan? Desira says, Rafinha for Val. No, Desira. Rafinha against Watford, Ellen Road. He's one of the locks. I tell you who I'm considering. It's probably going to be Trent or Weghorst, but the other options, I could bench Saka, or I could bench Reece James out of fear that Reece James just gets 30 minutes and he doesn't start. No options. However, if Reece James doesn't start and Chelsea are cruising, I don't think Reece James comes on. Reece James only comes off the bench if they need him. So if Chelsea are 3-0 up, Reece James stays on the bench and I get my auto sub of Weghorst and his 10 points. Kulu out, Weghorst in. And the third option, I said Saka, I said James. The third option is Kulu. I couldn't bench Doherty. I just can't. I can't. He's arguably as attacking as Kulusevski at the moment. So, yeah, it's a tough one. Rafinha captain? I don't think so. Sorry, it's not Ellen Road. It's Watford away. It's at Vicarage Road. I got my roads confused. Yeah, I think Kane captain's a lock, guys. Not going to lie. I'm pretty sure I can say I am captaining Harry Kane this week. I may even make a transfer. We've not spoken about that. So the reason why, right? Very quickly on my chip strategy. Very quickly. Guys, just going to have a look. Oh, nice. 33 of you watching. Guys, 33 of you watching. Only 14 of you have liked it. Come on, dude. I'm doing this stream by myself tonight. Give me a like. Come on. Let's see those likes shoot up. I'm going to call them out as they come in. I'm not going to talk about my chip strategy until I see those likes increase. I'm not going to put a number on it. I just want to see a healthy little rise. Okay? I've got some good chip strategy intel here. Thank you. I've seen the rise already. That goes. But keep going. Nice. I'm not going to do the same with subscribing because, of course, all of you already subscribe, right? Yeah. Of course you do. Right. Chip strategy. Where are we at? So I am torn and I need your help. Two options. I've got 2 free hits. I either free hit in 33 and 36 or 37, one of those, or I free hit in 36 and 38. I can't do 36, 37. You can't free hit 2 together. So it's 36, 38 or 33 plus one of 36, 37. Now, if it's that, and I don't make a transfer this week, I will have 2 transfers next week. But of course, if I free hit, I lose my 2 transfers. I lose my 2 frees. So if I commit to a free hit, I may as well, for 33, I may as well make a transfer this week. Now, look, maybe I don't need to make a transfer this week. Maybe there's not one thing I'd improve. But if I do that, I may as well look to improve something, whether that's Broja, whether that's Amate, whether I swap Ramsdale for Pope or Schmeichel. There's always something you can do to improve. I don't want to burn a transfer unless I have to, right? So there's a chance I do make a transfer still. And I need to spend a little bit of research tonight doing that. I'm going around in circles. I only make a transfer if I commit to free hit 33. And Varon, you know I appreciate you a lot and I respect this. You're saying 33 plus one of the others. Ian is saying the same. Is anyone on the 36 and 38? Carl, yeah. 38, there's a lot of value for 38. Final day of the season. Carl's got a wild card bench boost. I guess you may mean BB. B and H are near each other on the keyboard. Desirous says free hit 36 and 38. If I do that, I can stock up on 37 players. All my free transfers between now and then could be for 37. And it would feel like I had 3 free hits in a row. I'd be free hitting 36, but 37 would feel like a free hit. And then 38. Guys, let's have a look at some of your questions. Which game week to use triple captain? Ooh, fantastic question. I've not spoken much about triple captain, and there's a simple reason with that. I've not been asked it because I think most people have used it. But look, I don't mind holding on to it. You've got some lovely options in 36. You've got some lovely options in 37. If the Man City fixture falls in 37, I like that. But look, in 36, Chelsea have Wolves and Leeds. Havertz, James if he's flying. If Chelsea are out of Europe, even better. I look at Liverpool still. I know the Liverpool double is not amazing, Tottenham and Villa, but it's still Mo Salah double. And look, the way Spurs are playing, if you're on Son or you're on Kane, I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all that Liverpool-Arsenal double. I still think Spurs score in both those football matches. The other option is, of course, you go United in 33, you go Ronaldo. I personally wouldn't. It's Norwich and then one. Liverpool barely counts. So have a look at one more question, guys. So we've asked this triple captain stuff. Nigel, when would you play a bench boost as I have 2 free hits? Wow. Okay. You either bench boost 33. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. You use your bench boost in 36 or 37. You free hit in the other week. And then you also free hit in 33 or 38. So your bench boost has to be played in 36 or 37. Because if you bench boost in 33, you're limiting your 2 free hits. You can't do 36, 37, or you could do 36, 38. But I think you bench boost 36. 36, guys, you could get 15 men out playing twice if you bench boost. So many teams double. Imagine getting 30 FPL performers. 30. When would you play bench boost? Okay, FPL River. Dude, where have you been? Oh, FPL River. You've missed out, mate. You have missed 36 minutes of gold. I don't know about that. But look, go watch it back. But yeah, good to see you, dudes. It's because it's a Thursday. Fair point. This is my bad. And we're Thursday because I requested it. So look, sorry for all of you that are used to the Friday streams. It's not going to be on tomorrow night. It will usually be Mondays and Fridays at 7. Who would you transfer out between Vout and Broya? Both double next week. But Broya's not been performing. I'd probably transfer out Broya. Seems weird to say that because I like him. But I'd go Mateta's the better option at 5.23, whatever he is. Guys, we have got the last feature of the night before we answer a few more questions. Now, you're used to this on a Friday. Many of you like this. It's a pretty cool thing we do. I sell you someone, and I sell you loads of reasons as to why you shouldn't go there. Now, the reason it's controversial is the player I pick is always a very popular asset. So let's have a look at against the obvious. "60 seconds as to why you should not pick Lacazette. Starting from now. Here we go. Right. 83 points so far this season. Disappointing, isn't it? You play number 9 for Arsenal with all those creative midfielders behind you. You've got to do better. And for some reason, 8.5% of FPL managers of them own Lacazette. And I don't know why, because he's not scoring goals. The only goals he ever scores are pens, and he doesn't get many of them anyway. Yeah, sure, he's got a few assists, but how low is that ceiling if you just get in 5 points every game? He doesn't do well in the bonus point system, and he happens to have 3 very good midfielders, all considerably less that score better FPL points. So don't go Lacazette. If you're on him, sell him. If you want to invest in Arsenal, go Saka. But look, Martinelli, I think, is a nice little wildcard option. I think very soon we could see Lacazette's place under threat. I think we could see Martinelli number 9, Smith Rowe wide left, Odegaard and Saka, and Lacazette ain't even going to be playing. Get him out your FPL teams. Overrated. Thanks, Steve. Cheers, Steve. Abra, don't need the 6 seconds for this one. Guys, who's on Lacazette? Come on. I'm sure I've annoyed someone in the chat that owns Lacazette and loves him. Maybe there's an Arsenal fan there. Eddie could go as 9. Yeah, and Nketiah looked very good, didn't he? Came on against Palace and he hit an absolute worldie against... Did it hit the bar or go just over? It was going top corner and sort of had the low dip. So expensive, Desira. So expensive. We're talking 8.4 million when you get Martinelli for 5.3. Well, Martinelli's got pretty much the same FPL points this season and played fewer minutes and way more explosive. I'm actually looking at Martinelli, guys, as a bit of a punt for 33 if I go there. If I go 33 free hit, Martinelli is a fantastic option. Yeah, Abra, you're right. Like, look, everything I say is, of course. Abra, didn't you say something earlier about Kane being rubbish? You're an Arsenal fan, aren't you? But look, I like Lacazette as well as a player, but we're talking only FPL here. Varon loves him as well. Oh, you has him. But I have White and Ramsdale, so can't get Saka without a hit. You can roll your transfer and do it next week, though. Keep Lacazette one more week, Varon, and then roll it. And then you can do a simple swap. Lacazette out, Saka in. Simples. 2 free transfers. Save a lot of money. Save a lot of money. Guys, we'll do some questions and then we will try and find our comment of the stream and then we'll be saying goodnight. So stay with us for the next couple of minutes. And then look, guys, if you're really into your FPL and you've watched football all week, I'm sure. You watched the Monday night football. You watched the Champions League Tuesday and Wednesday. I did all of this. Of course I did. If you're really into your football, you'll be tuning into West Ham and Leicester on a dual screen setup this evening to do some FPL scouting. I think I'm going to be doing it. How my wife lets me watch this much football, I don't know. She's a very patient. Do you know what? She actually quite likes it because she's like, oh, if you're watching football, I can go and watch all the shows you don't like. And she likes a lot of shows that I don't like the Great British Sewing Bee or the Pottery Thing or MasterChef. I actually quite like MasterChef, and I quite like Bake Off as well. I often watch stuff with her and then just have my headphones in with my laptop. I'm like this, watching the football, and then I'm like peering over at Made in Chelsea or peering over at Bake Off and like, hang on, okay, headphones out. I'll watch that and just glance at the football if it's like a West Ham or a Leicester game. Michael says bench one of Robbo, Trent for Shah. Oh no, don't do it. Look, yeah, sure. Newcastle have a nice fixture. Nice. It's still Newcastle. Good players for good teams shouldn't go on your bench like easily. And I know I've spoken about Trent. That's a bit different. You all day long play Trent and Robbo over someone like a Shah. You can't trust Newcastle defenders. The ceiling's not there either. Even if he keeps a clean sheet, he might get 6 points. He'll get 6 points. He might get bonus. But if Robbo or Trent keep a clean sheet, or even if Robbo and Trent play well, you expect more than those 6. Javed, Gianni, did you solve your 2 free hit dilemma? I'm still leaning towards 33, 37. I don't know the answer between 36 and 7. A lot depends on Man City, and that fixture hasn't been dropped in yet. And that will be dropped in when West Ham, depending on West Ham's game. I think I'm 55-45 in favour of free hit 33. FPL Rabbit, yes, dude. Good to see you, man. Nice stream. What are your thoughts on Weghorst versus... Oh, that's a tough one. So Weghorst versus St. Maximin versus Iheanacho for 30-33. You need to downgrade Richarlison. Fair play on Richarlison. Take a bow, FPL Rabbi. Right, let's just have a look at those fixtures very quickly. So we have... okay, so Newcastle got a good double. So yeah, fixtures for this week. That's simple for 32. I like St. Maximin's fixture. I like Burnley's fixture, and I like Iheanacho, but I'm worried about risk of rotation. But in the doubles in game week 33, I don't think St. Max we can trust to be fit. So we're going to rule St. Maximin out. I like that on paper, sure. Like Newcastle play Patterson. Oh, is good. Okay, we're not ruling St. Maximin out. 2 home games, and I always back Newcastle at St. James's Park to score a goal. Leicester and Palace. Iheanacho, I'm going to rule Iheanacho out based on rotation. I think Daka comes in for one of those games. Leicester have 4 games in 10 days, including 3 away trips, one of which is in Holland, right? There's going to be mass rotation. Only Schmeichel plays all of those 4 games in terms of bankers. So it's Weghorst or... Wow, I'm actually going to go St. Maximin. But I would need to know his minutes last time out. I'm just checking now. Because look, this is helping me here. I might be free hitting. And then I'm going to do some really quick fire questions, guys. So I'm going to get to your questions. But this is important because this is about my team as well. So St. Max is 6.8 million. Oh, he got 90. That's all I wanted to see. I wanted to see against Spurs if he got 90 or got 62 and maybe he was injured, or got 60 because he's not ready for 90. Remember, he's been out for a while. He goes 21 minutes, 19 minutes, eased back in, and then 90. Now, there's been a lot of talk about St. Maximin getting a summer move. Aston Villa have been linked. I don't think Newcastle want to sell one of their best players. But is he one of their best standout players? Yes. Does he make the team better? Because when he's been out of the team, they've looked better. They've looked weird, isn't it? It's weird. If we think he's going to play all 3 games, he's clearly fit. I think he could be your punt. And I might go there for the free hit because I love those 2 home fixtures. Right, quick fire. John, best 5 million or below replacement for Tierney. Tempted by Shah and James Justin. Right. James is more than 5 million. So Shah or Justin. Justin was not in the 11 tonight for Leicester. Shah, because he's like 4.3, save loads of money. Desira, is it time to bring back Bowen? Oh, Bowen. No, he got lucky last week. He got an assist and a goal. The assist was a foul from a free kick, so it was a free kick goal. He had nothing to do with that. And the goal was off the back of a rebound save from Antonio. He got 16 touches in the match, I think it was. Antonio was the better player in that football match. 1 free hit left. I have 3 double game players in 33, 9 double games in 36, and obviously free hit 33 correct. What about free hit 37, Monkey? I think I'd go 37 over 33. Because Man City's going to drop in 37 more likely than not. It could go 36. At the moment, City's more likely in 37. Don't forget that, guys. Mohammed, thoughts on Kelechi Iheanacho? I like him a lot, but I don't think he plays both games in the double. If you're happy with that, you could go there. Vardy's still out. Good stuff. I think we've got one more question, maybe two. Any upside to free hit 33? I have one left. I can get 11. Yeah, of course you can. 36, 37. Okay. If you're looking well for 36 and 37, wow, you get 11 doublers in 37 and 36. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe it is. Maybe you're big on teams like Leicester who double in both. 33 or 38, $1 million question, mate. I can't answer that for you. I wish I could. I'm in that same predicament. At the moment, I'll tell you, I'm veering slightly towards 33 than 38. Alanga or Sancho, considering 33 double, yeah, Sancho. I don't know if Alanga plays both. Rashford could come in. If Rashford does come in for one of those games, it ain't for Sancho, it's for Alanga. Daniel, Amati will be on my bench boost, but now I'm tempted to not hit. Yeah, so Amati might not be on your bench. It will be on my bench, but now I'm tempted not to hit bench boost as he will get one at best. Yeah, I think Amati plays one of those games. But if your other players are good on that bench boost, Daniel, don't worry about that. A lot of FPL managers bench boost with single game week players, and that's how you've got to view Amati in 33. Amati in 33 is a single game week player because he simply won't start both games. I cannot see it. I can't see many Leicester players starting both. The good thing about Amati, actually, he could play both. And the reason being, he won't play against PSV, and he's not in the squad, the starting 11 tonight. So he could go full strength against PSV in Eindhoven, and then he could actually go, Amati's had a rest. I could play him twice. I'm not sure, though. It's a top three, and I'll start off with, okay, cool. We have 3 of our top comments. So we're going to start with FPL River as our top comment. We've got 2 more. Comment of the evening. Can't wait. Can't watch West Ham or Leicester tonight. Got to watch the surprise stream back. Fair play, FPL River. You got to watch 36 minutes back. Because remember, you joined 36 minutes in. Okay. Comment of the stream number 2. Abra. Diehard Arsenal fan. Of course you are. You suck at FPL because you find it hard to pick a Spurs player. Oh my God, Abra. If you didn't have Spurs players last time out, of course you're not Harry Kane's biggest fan. Do you know what? Before we get to the last comment, someone won FPL as a diehard Everton fan. He won FPL as a diehard Everton fan and didn't pick any Liverpool players. He won the whole thing. His name is Ben Crabtree. I think it was in 2015, 2016. Unbelievable. He won FPL without picking a Liverpool player all season. This was the season before Mo Salah joined, right? This was the season before Mo Salah joined. So now he still plays by these rules and his ranks aren't great because, of course, he loses out. I think we've got 2 more comments. One more comment, and then I'm going to do my big build-up to comment of the stream. Mohammed, mate, you've cost me my top spot in this. Oh, no. No. Oh, mate. You know how it works, though. You know the drill. Do you know what, Mohammed? It could have been worse. I could have been on this channel pushing this code for the last 6 months. So in a way, you're lucky you were top for so long. And look, dude, you can still get there. I've seen your team. That PS5 is written in the stars, mate. It's yours. It's all about gameplay. So now we have comment of the stream. Varon, you make me very happy. Varon in Mumbai. Thank you for supporting me on all my channels, Varon. And look, I'm delighted to see you on this channel. I hope you stick with us. And if you're new around here and Varon's new, and tonight, guys, Varon subscribed. Varon subscribed because he wants to be in on these streams with a little bit of in-the-know information, which we get from Dean Jones, who's usually alongside me. You get a little bit of FPL insight from whoever that guest is. You get some very good insight from whoever the mystery guests are that we have. And look, this channel was seen in the last week, 10 days alone. Jules Breach on the show, ladies and gents. Go and watch that show back. Kelly Summers on the show last Friday. Go watch that show back. Jules Breach was Monday. So everything she said is still relevant for this game week. We had Becky Ives the week before that. We're going to bring you some cool guests. And we're going to have Dean Jones with me alongside to do that. We got Friday shows always at 7, unless there's a deadline like this week. So we did a Thursday. And outside of that, Mondays at 7. So do join us always on a Monday, mostly on a Friday. Like and subscribe. And guys, thank you very much for keeping me entertained tonight. I really enjoyed this. doing it by myself for the first time. And I look forward to coming back on Monday. See you later, guys.